Okay, so this is actually the second time I'm filming this video, so hopefully this will work better this time. It's my first time making a video with Guildwars 2 using Windows 10. It's been a complete nightmare so far, so hopefully this will work now. So to start off, I've made a human character to start in the human area, obviously, because I found that most of my friends, when starting Guild Wars 2, have chosen human characters. I'm not entirely sure why that is. I personally started using my first character was a Sylvari, but ever since then, everyone I've ever played with has always chosen human as their first starting character, so I thought it would be best just to start here. So also to start off, I'm using just the outfit. I bought it. You have to use gems to get it. It's the wedding outfit because I don't really like the starting clothes for the light armor characters. I'll just show you. If I take the outfit off, I don't know. It's too skanky for me, to be honest. It's fine like this, but when they run, you can just see their panties the whole time, which I don't know. It just bugs me. So she's wearing this. And the reason that was relevant is that the thing I really like about the wedding outfit is that the dress changes depending on which, or I suppose also the suit if you're using a male character. It changes depending on which race you are. So I think that's pretty cool. So one of the first things that I want to show you is something which took me a long time to figure out actually, is using food. So this is the first heart that you usually do for the humans, and once you've completed the heart, you can come talk to Farmer Dyer and you can buy stuff from her for karma, and one of the things is a loaf of bread. Now, when you first start off with Guild Wars 2, you're unlikely to have a chef which you can craft with. You usually level that up later on in the game. So it's quite hard to get hold of different foods and stuff, so unless you've already got a chef or something, or a friend, if you're not free to play, then you can just get a friend to give you stuff. Whereas if you're free to play and you can't buy stuff off the trading posts and friends can't send you stuff, then buying loaf of bread here is very good, because as you can see, there's a 10% experience from kills, which this will really help you with leveling up. And so you just go to your inventory, and here I've got the bread, and I will use one, and here you will see, this is where you can see that I've got the nourishment from the bread, and that's my bonus. So that's very important, will help you level up. Then another thing is learning how to steer your character properly. It is not, you don't have to, but it's going to help a lot in the game if you learn to use your mouse for steering and not your keys. So if I use the mouse, if I use the keys WASD to turn, you'll see my character doesn't turn that fast, and it's also much less precise. If I just tick the keys around, much less precise. Now if I use my right mouse button for steering, then you'll see my character will turn very quickly. I don't have to sort of like do this weird arc while I'm running. I can just turn. And it's also much more precise. So where this helps a lot is something I really enjoy, jumping puzzles. If you're going to do a jumping puzzle, using your keys to try and get yourself into the right angle is really going to be difficult. You're going to keep missing the jump, because in the beginning, the easier ones, you can kind of get away with it, but as the jumping puzzles get harder, sometimes you basically have to jump in the perfect place, otherwise you're just not going to make it. So using your mouse is going to really help with that. Another area that using the mouse helps is swimming. I'm not entirely sure if it's even possible to swim upwards without using your right mouse button. So steering underwater with the right mouse button is really, really going to help. Most of my friends who don't use the right mouse button to steer do not like swimming underwater, and that's going to be a problem playing Guild Wars, because a lot of the map completion things you're going to have to go underwater. Oh, that's what it was. You can swim upwards without using the right mouse button, but you can't. I don't know how you swim down. Like, literally, now I'm not using my mouse. I don't know how I'm going to get down. I can jump, but I can't go down. So if I use my right mouse button, then I can steer down and I can steer myself around. Now, if I don't use the mouse, I can still use the spacebar to get up. Okay, here's something else. An event. Events are very important to do because they don't last forever. Well, not ever, but you know what I mean. The hearts will be there as long as you play, whereas the events will obviously finish when everyone finishes it, and the events will give you extra XP. So if you're in the middle of completing a heart, rather just finish, like stop doing the heart and go do the event and then go back to doing the heart, because then you're just gonna level up quicker. I mean, the way I'm saying it, it sounds like it's a race to level up, but it's not really. But at the same time, you don't want to be like me. My first character is quite embarrassing. It took me a whole year to get to level 80 with my first character. On the one hand, it was really nice because I just sort of messed around and had fun and figured things out. But on the other hand, you really don't need to take a year to get to level 80. I mean, people do it in like a couple of days. I don't actually know what the quickest anyone's done is. I think it might even, well, okay, using leveling terms doesn't count. And that's another thing, by the way. As you can see, I'm level 21 at the moment. I actually used a leveling up tomb because once one of your other characters gets to a year old, every birthday you get like a scroll of experience that gives you 20 levels. So I used that to boost myself up right to 20 levels. For no reason other than I've got these scrolls in my bank taking up space and I don't want to throw them away, so I might as well use them. But yeah, so I know with that, I mean, you can level up to 80 in a day just using that, but I don't know what the record is for leveling up properly, like playing the game. Yes, so we've done. Oh, the other thing is dodging. So there's 3 ways to dodge in this game that I know of. The one is to press this little yellow bar here. If you're moving forward and you click the bar, it's going to make you dodge or roll forward. That's the one way. The other way, as you can see, is to push V. That will also make you dodge. And then the third way, which I've actually disabled at the moment, I always play with double tap to evade off, but if you go to your options, you can select or deselect double tap to evade. When you start, it's usually selected. So what will happen is if you double tap W or double tap S, you're going to evade. And that's cool and all. Lots of people leave it on when they're busy doing combat and that sort of thing. I don't find it that useful because I just push V or use this little bar here. So I usually leave mine off. The reason being is one of my favorite things to do is jumping puzzles, as I've already said. And if you have it on when you're doing jumping puzzles, sometimes you're sort of like edging towards the edge of something to try and like maximize your jump, and next thing you know, you've evaded right off the edge and you've got to start all the way from the beginning. So when you start your jumping puzzle, remember to deselect that and you will save yourself a lot of trouble. And I think that's probably it for today. I just wanted to give a few tips for people who are starting, because I've helped quite a few friends start the game. Not that I mind helping, I love helping people, and friends who watch this keep asking me questions, I don't mind. But I just thought that, like me, when I started, I didn't have anyone to help me or explain things to me, so this was just a few quick tips on playing Guild Wars 2. I hope you enjoyed that.